Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a wonderful Mario trip. It is honestly a wonder that this game turned out as well as it did. Like it's a wonder that I got my own house. I was so giddy to see that there was a new 2D Mario game coming out, and to see it on the Nintendo Switch. Now all types of Mario games are represented on the console. And no, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, an enhanced port of the Wii U's 2D Mario game, does not count. The fact that this game's art style was distinct, that made it a breath of fresh air from the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Plus, the world was moving in a way that we have never seen. Enemies behaving differently than normal, the visuals popping off at every turn. This game finally justified what would really happen if Mario ate some mushrooms. I knew that I had to get my hands on this game, and the day after it launched, me and John went to GameStop and I did the unthinkable, spending $60 on this bad boy. I also picked up these mushrooms at the same time. They were having a crazy good sale at Kroger, so you know that I had to get some. I haven't decided to eat them until now, but hey, I'm sure they're fine. Alrighty, down the hatch. The game started development in 2019 after the release of New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Nintendo did not give the development team a deadline, so this allowed them to eat some mushrooms to get some ideas. Shiro Mori wanted to recreate the sense of secrets and mystery that Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Entertainment System brought to its players for a modern audience. While the focus was originally mixing up the warp pipes and the vines, Takashi Tezuka decided to mix up how the entire level works, which is where the idea of the Wonder Flower was born. The developers balanced the gameplay with a sliding difficulty scale, badges that can help players get through specific levels easier, allowing them to get assistance from the online community, some characters that can ignore damage, which is dumb, and a world map that allows players to skip harder levels. In the June 2023 Nintendo Direct, we saw the resident of the Flower Kingdom pop on screen. Mario walks in and the talking flower says,
"Onward and upward."
What the f***? Did that flower just speak to me? The talking flowers are scattered throughout the levels, and they give some quips to Mario during his journey. There was originally going to be a live sports-like commentary on the player's actions, but the developers found this clunky and unnecessary, so talking flowers was the easy way out. Just imagine if we had voices speaking to us as we played. Oh god. I remember watching Nintendo showcasing this game, and it was truly spectacular that they could actually make a unique 2D Mario game for once. Seeing the fun art style, watching the hijinks that ensue on the level from the Wonder Flower, Mario turning into an elephant, wow, this game is beautiful. They showcased the game more in its own direct later on in August, and then the game finally released on October 20th, 2023. The game received universal acclaim, with one critic stating that it is quite simply the best 2D Mario game since Super Mario World. The game is the fastest selling Super Mario title, selling over 4 million copies in its first 2 weeks, and selling over 13 million copies as of March of 2024. The game was even nominated for Game of the Year, but you know if Tears of the Kingdom cannot win, then you know that this game had a snowball's chance in hell of winning. But that goes to show you that this Mario game is really good, and it is definitely worth discussing it for years to come. You know, these mushrooms actually taste pretty good for being a year old. I hope that they don't give me a bad experience. Mario and his friends are invited to the Flower Kingdom by Prince Florian to see the Wonder Flower in action. Bowser barges in and takes the Wonder Flower and uses it to merge with Prince Florian's castle to become a giant flying fortress and imprison the residents of the Flower Kingdom. I'm getting a feeling that this is a bad experience. Prince Florian now has to stop Bowser, and Mario and his friends volunteer to help get Bowser out of the Flower Kingdom. As they save the Poplins, they realize that if they gain 6 royal seeds, they can use the seeds to destroy the Cloud Piranhas to gain access to Castle Bowser. Is this a metaphor for climate change? Or am I just now starting to trip? After defeating all of Bowser's defenses, smacking Bowser Jr. a few times, freeing all the Poplins, and gathering all the royal seeds, they finally get to confront Castle Bowser. Bowser reveals to them that he wants to use the Wonder Flower to make the entire universe trip balls, which I might already be starting to do. Mario, his friends, and Prince Florian manage to defeat Bowser and save the Flower Kingdom from destruction. Bowser Jr. and Kamek dip back to the Mushroom Kingdom, and Mario and his friends celebrate the journey with Prince Florian and the Flower Kingdom. Oh boy, James warned me about these things, but I can't stop now. I have to see what the gameplay is like. The gameplay in Super Mario Bros. Wonder is the same old run right and get to the flagpole from any other 2D Mario game. But imagine if you were seeing so many beautiful visuals. You take out the usual enemies and then run into all sorts of new enemies. You collect flower coins and big flower coins to later use in the shops. Wonder seeds are what you are wanting to collect, as you need a certain amount to gain access to the other levels. There are 3 new power-ups here. The delicious looking fruit that transforms you into an elephant, which allows you to suck up water in your trunk and shoot water onto your foes, and also water the plants. You can also use the trunk to break through certain obstacles to access different areas in the level. The bubble flower, which allows you to create bubbles to use as platforms, and to capture your enemies in bubbles. And last but certainly not least, the drill mushroom, which allows Mario to burrow into the ground or into the ceiling to bypass everyone and everything. This game's main gimmick is the Wonder Flower. Touching one of these bad boys transforms the level in trippy and unpredictable ways. Pipes coming to life, hordes coming in to kill you, character abilities and appearances changing. This is definitely different from any other Mario experience I have ever had, and it is one that I absolutely love. If you want to start tripping with the level, you can collect a Wonder Seed, or just leave the affected area. If you want to stop tripping on 1-year-old mushrooms, then you probably should have considered what would have happened before you ate those, dumbass. What in the fuck is happening? A new feature that this game adds to the 2D Mario experience is badges. You can unlock these badges by completing the badge challenge levels scattered around the world, and you can equip one badge at a time to give yourself an advantage in the levels. There are action badges that give you another ability, boost badges that give you another passive ability, and expert badges that give you an advanced skill. These badges can help you out with certain levels and are a great addition to the gameplay. You can also play the game without the badges at all if you are a masochist. There is one badge that can only be unlocked after collecting all the Wonder Seeds and Flower Coins, beating every level in the Special World, and hitting the top of every flagpole to unlock one more Tough as Nails badge challenge, which is a marathon of all the badges in the game. After beating that level, you are rewarded with the Sound Off badge, which replaces all sound effects with a cappella recordings of the sound effects. Guys? Where did the music go? Where are all these voices? The game also has multiplayer, both local and online. Up to 12 people can play local multiplayer together, but only 4 players can actually play a level together, which is still just as chaotic as any other 2D Mario game with multiplayer. This game brings online multiplayer for the first time to the mainline 2D Mario games. While playing online, you might see up to 3 translucent players playing alongside you in the level. Whenever they die, they become ghosts and have to float to another player to be revived, or they have to reach a standee, which you can buy in shops to use in levels online. So these things aren't useless, I just have to play online, which is useless. But you know what's really useless? The amount of characters in this game. Oh yeah. Did you think I would really forget? Even though I am tripping over my senses right now? One bone that I have to pick with this game is the characters here. What is this? We have Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, the cozy feeling of the Super Mario Bros. 2 roster. Each one of these characters have their own traits that they bring to the table. Mario is if you want to play normally, Luigi can jump high, Peach can float down from heights, and Toad can run fast. This adds reasons to want to play as these characters, and it makes the game fun in a new way. Super Mario Bros. Wonder throws this out the window. We get 12 characters: Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Yellow and Blue Toads, Toadette, Nabbit, and 4 Yoshis. Now, I am not saying that the amount of characters is absurd. I am just saying that when all 12 of them play the exact same way, it is pretty dumb to have all these characters. But wait a minute, Nabbit and the Yoshis do not take damage from enemies, but they can die from falling down into pits or into lava. That is just so unique. Do not even get me started on the character-specific blocks. It is cool to have them randomly scattered throughout the level and any character can access them, although only the specific character will see them clearly. But let's talk about these stupid levels. The search party levels have you scouring the level for wonder tokens. And all I remember was there were so many character-specific blocks in these levels. It is way easier to play these with other people, as you can have more characters to find their blocks easier to progress through the level. But if you were playing these levels by yourself, you might want to actually chuck your Switch across your room. Now I get it. The badges replace character-specific abilities, as you can just attach an ability to any of the characters that win. I also see that you have plenty of characters to play with, so you can play Mario in a new and unique way. And I am really happy that Nabbit is playable here. I dislike character-specific switches from Super Mario 3D World, but here, they are not intrusive to the overall experience. Just do not play the search party levels by yourselves. I found these things I mentioned dumb at first, but looking back, I see that they add to the game, and they do not hurt the game as much as I originally thought. You know, I think these mushrooms are actually helping me see that this game is really fucking good. And I feel like I am floating so high off of the reception of this game right now. Super Mario Bros. Wonder received near-perfect ratings from critics. They praised the game for all the innovation and variety that the game brought to the world of Super Mario. One critic wrote that this game is quite simply the best 2D Mario game since Super Mario World, and the slickest, sharpest, and smartest that two-dimensional Mario has felt since 1991. The game was nominated for Game of the Year at the 2023 Video Game Awards, and it definitely deserved that nomination. The game sold incredibly fast, 4.3 million copies in the first 2 weeks, making it the fastest selling Super Mario game ever. With this game selling 13.44 million copies as of March of 2024, it is safe to say that the fans really enjoyed this game. I remember so many people saying that the June 2023 Nintendo Direct was the best one in a while, and a lot of that praise was attributed to the announcement of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. The level design is fantastic, the art style pops, the gameplay is so trippy with the Wonder Flowers. The ideas that this game adds is so wonderful, and it feels awesome together. This game has made such an impact on Mario fans, and it is a 2D Mario game that is going to be hard to top. I absolutely love Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and it has made it up there on my list of favorite 2D Mario games. This game nails exactly what it wanted to do, and it deserves all the praise that it gets for it. The levels are so fun to play through, and the Wonder Flowers changing up the levels on the dime is brilliant. The new power-ups are fun, the new enemies are fun to take out, and the gameplay is just pure fun. If you are wanting a wonderful Mario experience, I highly recommend playing through Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I also recommend eating these 1-year-old mushrooms from wherever I said I got these earlier. They will give you a wonderful trip. Now, I am going to do what the creepy son that I saw earlier told me to do, which is make sure that there are no witnesses